Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all panels and judges. I am Adibah Muhammad Noor, representing my 4 colleagues here to present to you our study entitled Islamization of Physics subject, Flashcard as a Bridging Medium. We are from Department of Physics, Center for Foundation Studies, CFS, IIUM. So here is the overview of my presentation today. So I will start with the objective and idea of the whole study, followed by the methodology on how we carry out the study. So I will show you the result and analysis and ending the presentation with the conclusion. The objective of this research is to measure the effectiveness of the flashcard usage in bridging Islamization and physics subject. The Islamization content was extracted from our Islamic Integrated Physics textbook, crafted with the engaging and colorful visual with the information on the flashcard just to capture the interest and attention of our students. So we have altogether 68 flashcards with a convenient size with the concept that it is easy to use anytime, anywhere. The idea of this project began with the understanding of IIUM mission and vision, where this brought us to the embarkment of developing our Islamic integrated version of textbook, where the Islamization content were crafted into physical flashcard, which is called as Physics Islamic Flashcard, PIF, and this PIF that we crafted colorating physics themes with the 4 elements which are Tawhidic, Zikr and Shuk, Muslim history inputs, Asmaul Husna, and Quranic verse and Hadith. So here is one example of our PIF with the element of the Quranic verse or Hadith. So stated here is the question about the importance of the measurement in Islam. So as in physics, measurement is very important as it is actually the core foundation of any physical quantity. So stated at the back here, how is the importance of the measurement in Islam is related with the Quranic verse given here. The next example of our PIF, we have the element of Tawhidic, Zikr, and Shuk, where we ask the question about what will happen if there is no gravitational acceleration in this world. So we relate at the back here with the greatness of Allah, and we bring the student to the shuk that Allah has created everything to the best shape and purpose. Okay, next is the PIF with the element of Muslim scholar, where we ask about the contribution of the Al-Haytham to the law of motion. So answer at the back of the PIF here, we elaborate on his contribution to the laws of the movement of the bodies that relates to the Newton's law, which is a bit similar to what we have from the Sir Isaac Newton. Next is the PIF with the element of the Asmaul Husna, where we ask a question on how to relate the concept of energy with the name of Allah, which is Al-Alim and Ar-Rahim. So this is the answer at the back of the flashcard. The methodology of our research began with Islamic physics textbook. The content of the Islamization were crafted into Physics Islamic Flashcard, which is PIF. Before the PIF were given into Pick and Flick flashcard came, students were given pre-activity questionnaires to answer, and after the session, students again were given post-activity questionnaires. So the data from both questionnaires were finally analyzed using SPSS. So here are some of the snapshots of our Pick and Flip flashcard game that we carry out in the class activity. So the students seems to enjoy the session very much, and their instant feedback, oh, now I know how to relate this Quranic verse with the physics concept. And even more interesting, some of them request and willing to buy the set of PIF as their reference in relating Islamization and physics. So now come to the results analysis. So the demographic of our respondents, 51% are male, 49% are female, and those respondents comes from the program of nursing, allied health science, bioscience, and the biggest percentage coming from ENCS, engineering and computer science. We are using 4 points Likert scale, where scale 1 and 2 representing disagreement, 3 and 4 agreement. So in the survey, we have 186 respondents from physics student in CFS. So 5 survey items were tested on the pre-activity and 9 survey items for post-activity. So the interval for each scale category is shown in the table here. Shown here is the distribution of the mean data score of our 5 survey items for the pre-activity questionnaire. So items 2, 3, and 5 are categorized under disagreement. So it shows us that majority of the respondents have never used physics-related flashcard with the Islamic knowledge, and they were not familiar with the relevant physics concept found in the Quranic verse. And this is the distribution of the mean data studio for the post activity. If we refer to the mean value of all 9 survey items, they are greater than 3.49, which correspond to strongly agree. Finally, as a conclusion, here is the comparison of the pre-activity and post-activity survey items according to the 4 segments we have in our survey items. So it shows us that the respondents are strongly agree that their knowledge on the Islamic scholars and contribution enhanced after the activity. They also agree that PIF is fun, easier and interesting tool that expose them to the physics concept integrated with the Islamic knowledge. So as a conclusion, most of the respondents show strong indication on the effectiveness in bridging Islamization and physics subject using PIF that we developed in this study. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching. With that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.